a gentleman like Mr. Ahmed Al-Musheikhs, and a gentleman like Mr. Abdul Hamid Dashti, and a gentleman like Abbas Safwan, they are calling themselves an opposition. And they are relating themselves to what they call Shi'at of the family of Muhammad. They are the so-called Shi'at. This, like Mr. Mahdi Hassan, he's an Indian. I respect Mahdi Hassan, unlike the others. Mahdi Hassan, I respect him a lot. He's a so-called Shi'at from India. Or he's calling, I don't know what to call. He is a man who's announcing himself as a Muslim. Fine. We need to, with a 5-minute discussion with him, we can determine, is he a so-called Shi'at or a real Shi'at like me? The real Shi'at is a real Sunni. Islam is one way. Islam is not, please, because we're dealing with the West, always bothering us. Christianity is Islam, is following the steps of Muhammad. Some people would say, well, Islam is like Christianity, Catholic and Protestant, and no. Catholic and Protestants and Anglican and Orthodox and all of this church is the so-called Christian groups. It's not Christianity. It got nothing to do with the Messiah. Now, there is a question mark about the word Christ and Christian, since Christian and things like that. The so-called Messihian, Christian is Messihian. So, the real Messihian, who is following the steps of the Son of Virgin Mary, the Messiah, and I have explained about this, is definitely within this era, within this time, it cannot be except a follower of Muhammad. And Islam is one way. Islam is not group. Now this is the problem, that many people think Islam is different sectors. No, Islam is one way. There is different in the law, the Sharia, like Maliki, Shafi'i, Ahmed, it have nothing to do with, but when it comes to the so-called Shi'at, they are different Aqidah. End of the story, and others. So Islam is one path. Now I'm talking about the Ismailian. Gentlemen like Abbas Safwan, he's calling himself a person from Bahrain, the so-called Bahraini place. And Abdul Hamid Dashti, he's calling himself, he's saying that he is from the so-called Kuwait state. And Ahmed Al-Musheikhs, who's calling himself a Saudi. I have explained that we shouldn't deal with Gulf states, but it's certain things happened last century and created the terrible, bad, evil embossment that we are dealing with this century. The darkness started even before Constantine, by the way. But that's why God sent Muhammad as a final messenger. The Persian, when we look at Persia and Iran, after Umar ibn al-Khattab liberated it, as Muhammad, the final messenger, prophesied before he died, peace be upon him, they didn't like it. Like the people in North Africa, the leaders. They found that all Iranian rejected them. They want Islam because Islam is a liberation for them. They lost their territories in Iraq. So what did they do? They took advantage of what happened between Bani Umayyah and Al-Hashimid, especially after the death of Hussein. Start saying, Hussein is dead, look at the Arabs. Though those who revenge for the death of Imam Hussein are Arabs. And the one who killed Imam Hussein, unfortunately, by the leadership of Bani Umayyah, are Arabs. People in the majority went to Muawiyah. There is a gentleman called Abdullah ibn Zubair. He revolted against the Bani Umayyah, but he couldn't. People do not want this kind of people, especially before. The glory to mankind will never come except by God interference when the Messiah comes, because the dark groups will be eliminated. Internally and externally. Now this needs explanation. When the Messiah comes, the Son of... But we do not worship God by waiting for him. And he was not crucified, and he's not God. He will be a messenger of God, prophesying things to come when he comes, the second adjustment. And he will be a caliphate, king, leader, messenger. And when he comes, he'll accept, the prayer will be the same. We don't know where's the Qibla. And the first prayer will be immediately after, behind a leader of Muslims. And then he will take over and be a king. Now, as a Christian, real Christian, indeed I am an Israelite. They are my relative, Mary and her son. peace be upon him, the Virgin. I explain to you the truth. You don't like it? Do exactly as prophesied, that just before the Messiah, the faith of the so-called Christian will reform itself until it's become just crusaders. Now you can sense it, especially in Western Ada. People will say, we are the crusaders. We don't care about this person either. He's a son of a virgin or what this Messiah. We are the crusaders. Start Gog and Magog and things like that. Now, of course, so many will look at us, no, the church and the Father and the Son. Look what happened to you. Just return back 5 centuries and understand how things is changing. Keep fighting Islam, yeah. Fighting. Now we say, how can we? We of course gonna fight Daesh. Well, let's create Daesh first. Daesh have nothing to do. You have created this reaction because you hellfire. The Virgin, the devil did this satanic reformation. If you're an atheist, we're fine. I'm explaining to you why the Virgin said Hussein is killed. Make a big noise about his death. Make the people of Iran. This is what the Lord did. The people of Iran become angry for the death of this grandchild of the Messenger Muhammad, who the Arabs have bothered us by, and they liberated Iraqi people from our power here in Persia. Yes, make a noise. Look at the Arabs. The Arabs killed Hassan. Of course, the Iranian people in majority until Safadis. No way. Why they killed him? He's the grandchild of Muhammad, who's teaching us who's Allah, rather than worshipping these fires. This is what happened, and I need you to be more smarter than me, more knowledge, to understand what is the rotten so-called jihad. The Taghut, now this is a different dimension. Of course, by the resource, and this is facts, when you read between the lines and the books, and what happened. Based on them even, not based on the institutes that I consider more reliable. What happened? The Taghut. Their faith is all about anger. They killed Imam Hussein. Now, who's Hussein? Is he the real Hussein? Diamond, Taghut, their dreams, the figures that come to them, to their mullah, the mullahs are talking about. Some see dreams about. No, it's a different Hussein. I have nothing to do with the family of Muhammad. Muhammad knows exactly what will happen to Hussein, peace be upon him. And he cried. A grandfather looking at his infant child and crying, Muhammad. He knows a lot. And he said, this child of mine shall be attacked and killed, and then they will cut his head after my death. He said, no way. You're the messenger, no way. He said, that's it. Muslims will do it. How come? Gabriel told me. Look at the pain. Now you slap yourself for what? A person who did it, or with for a grandfather who saw this pain? Who's talking to him? Gabriel. And so he prophesied it. And Aisha lived it. That's a terrible time. The so-called Shia took advantage of it, starting from the Persia. Imam Ali used to take the light. It's called fanus. And he had 2 fanus. I mean, this is one of the stories. It's confirmed. The fanus, the first fanus, is the fanus that he used to monitor and review as a 4th caliphate of Islam what's happening in Iraq. Money, gift for the people, to the poor. 2 came to him from Al-Hashimite. They came for some money. They came and they said, we want to talk. He said, is it about the government and governing the caliphate? They said to him, no, we just want to sit with you for something. Family visit. He said, just wait for me. Then he finished him thing and he turned off this fanus, this light. And he brought another one, worse, without any light. I mean, there is a lot of snakes and scorpions. And they said, why you change the fanus, this light? That light is better with a little bit oil of it. You use it. It's in Arabic, it's called fanus. This is better. He said, no, this fanus is for the believer money, for the house of money of the state. And this fanus is for my house. You're visiting me as a... Those people who... There was some people writing with him, in Iraq. Not Iraqi. helping him and telling him, oh, Prince of Mu'mineen, oh, Imam al-Mu'mineen, oh, Khalifa, or whatever. The Khalifa, or the big Sultan. This amount, and this amount, and this amount, and this is what happened to that poor people in that village, and this is the people who couldn't, whatever. A visitor coming, going to the Hajj pilgrims, they need some help, whatever. They left, and then he came with the small light. He said, bring the other light, is better. He said, no, this light is for me, and the other light is for the state. Now they came to ask him for money. They didn't. Touched it. This is confirmed. He said, don't tell him anything. We are here just to meet you, Imam Ali, Imam Ali. Just Imam Ali, they used to recognize him. The father of Hassan and Hussein, the husband of Fatima, the daughter of the Prophet, the Messenger of Muhammad. And bye-bye. Now they used to go to Muawiyah. Muawiyah is different. It's not like Abu Bakr and Umar and Uthman. I understand these things. And he used to give them money. Hi. A big castle of Romanian Byzantines. He took it and he developed it. And it was big, and people would enter. Hello, oh, welcome the masters of Tamim. Oh, welcome the masters of Assyrians. We get rid of the Byzantines, and now we are here as brothers and families, and the sisters are the sisters of yours, and our brothers are the brothers. MashaAllah. Welcome, welcome. People said, really, do you need Al-Bayt? Do we need this angel? Ali ibn Abi Talib is an angel. Of course, the so-called Shiite will say, if I was there, I would kiss his leg and I would be his slave. No, you would be with Muawiyah, so shut the fuck up. Yeah. Not me, of course. I will be in. No. I'm joking. So I understand this is dunya. It is not the glorified of the Messiah. Because darkness is there. What provoke people to be seeking money and seeking. So, now he did wrong. Now here, Abdullah ibn Zubair, he revolted against the Bani Umayyah. Exactly. The people said, fuck off. You know what? Muawiyah is finished. Yazid, he killed Hussein. He did bad thing. We revolted against Muawiyah. But those people are just taking it so far with righteousness. Of course, now the Crown Prince and the Gulf State agents start. I shouldn't mention them. This is another topic. I have explained in other videos. So they said, people, we don't want angels, the Caliphs. Banu Abbas learned. That's why the Banu Abbas, after Bani Umayyah, they killed a lot of Bani Umayyah. What did they do? The same way of Muawiyah. Though they are from the family of Muhammad. Good people doesn't work. I want to be a good Caliphate. Take some money, give some money. Okay, I'll protect the pilgrims. I'll bring the judicial system of Islam. We are all equal. You know what? There is no need to liberate anymore. That's why the liberation took place at the 1st century. Especially Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman, Imam Ali a little bit. Banu Umayyah didn't do a lot. They did a lot inside, internal. But external, not the way Umar did. This is a lot, big topic. At the end, it's Allah, the creator of existence. Allah do not need anything. Except that he need to fulfill his promise. And to fulfill the fact that he is the most merciful. Bring the ground of excuse, Iqamat al-Hujjah. So he made this declaration, the final messenger, Muhammad, you have a problem, this is your business. Let's make it an atheist way, a good master, I want my right. Okay, stop lying. Mr. Ahmed Al-Musheikhs and Mr. Abdul Hamid Dashti and even Mr. Yasser Al-Habib, all of them are not Ismailis, not Qahtanis, not from the rubbish. And Mr. Abbas, Safwan. They say we want constitution and we want democracy. Well, we need to see your real intention. And we see why you are supporting such regime. A regime, the Syrian regime, is ruled by a family that originally not from Syria. The religion and the faith of the family that's ruling Syria is a result of dirty things happened last century. And their faith is different from the majority natives of Syria. The majority there are Muslim. Okay, regardless of the name, Assyrians started with the Assyrians and they are not from Syria. And They ruled for a reason, and it's a republic. Bahrain is different. Bahrain, as I have said, imagine if you have a big country like England and you cut it to 6 pieces. Imagine if Manchester is called the new Bahrain of England. Like Bahrain and Gulf State, people need those who knows the maps there and understand what I'm trying. Like Bahrain of the Ismailian territory, Ismailian land, it's Bahrain there. Imagine if Manchester, let's go to, for example, an area like Chatham Hill. The percentage of people who are from outside in Chatham Hill, Manchester, imagine if Chatham Hill become Bahrain of England. Small, look at Bahrain, look at the Arabian Peninsula and Ismailian territory, small Bahrain. Look at England right now. Imagine that Chatham Hill become the kingdom of Bahrain and ruled by me, or ruled by you. You're in English? Ruled by Boris Johnson. Ruled by Boris Johnson. Boris Johnson now is ruling Chatham Hill and Manchester, and he's calling it the Kingdom of Bahrain. Now the Caliphate are not from Najdis. They are originally from Ismailian, and their grandfather did a great job kicking the intruder virgin who are all about raping other people, even children. Came from he did a great job. He's a good. They are not Najdid. They should be. So this external power divided England, and Chatham Hill is ruled by His Majesty Boris Johnson. I'm just giving you an example. Imagine that the people of Chatham Hill start running away to another nation and saying the percentage of the Chatham Hill people, which is Bahrain Kingdom, shows that the Shiite or the intruders or the Pakistani or whatever, more than the English Church Protestant. So it should be only for. It doesn't work because Chatham Hill is an English soil. And those people came from outside, and they shouldn't be betrayers. I'm not a betrayer. Do you understand me? I need you to understand this fact. I need you to take this fact and put it in your mind. Please don't delete these videos. Please, please, YouTube. Please don't delete this video. Please, 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 please. Yeah. Who's going to hellfire and who's going to heaven? Heaven, hellfire, if you're against me. So this is the fact. These people do not want to say the truth. Okay? Do not want to say the truth. You ask them about Iran. We are with Iran because Iran helped the American to get rid of the dictator Saddam Hussein, who was originally from Kurdistan, and there is a big proof that in relation to Tayyip and Shammar, he's an Israelite. Believe it or not. Saddam Hussein. Tayyip in Kurdistan and Israel, regardless. This is not the case. He's native. The Persians are coming from Tehran attacking what? Why dictatorship? Is it because he used to put some bombs in the chest of Easterners who came from Asia and settled in Iraq when they bombed the University of Iraq? He put some bombs and bombed them. Brutality. Well, you're worse. Your history is worse, especially in the West. They are beheading children because this is the Taghut, they are hungry. Of course, this is suitable for the so-called Israelis who are killing the children of natives, Middle Eastern, among them real Israelis, those who are called Palestinians, or Ismailis, in Gaza. Of course. Beheading children in Syria. It's different. The Khalifa family and the Ismailian should kick all non-Ismailian because they are bad in Bahrain. Kick them out. Go back to Asia. It's not Bahrain. It's the Ismailian territory. Get out. Get out. Go there where you originally come from. I'm sure that Hassan Mahdi is close. The Mr. Hassan Mahdi area would understand by the DNA test and things. They will understand in which side you came. Low lives. From there. Go back. Don't lie to the West and create problems. You understand the point? Saddam Hussein said, I don't want any slapping. Don't slap yourself in Iraq. This is not civilized. This is a secular country. I'm a result of something. I'll send the rockets to the so-called Israelis because they are butchering the Palestinians, and I am having some Palestinian coming and hugging me and saying, please protect us from those guys who are occupying the Holy Land, our Holy Land. Saddam Hussein, rockets. Kuwait shouldn't be. Look, Dashti is from the Dashti. Abdul Hamid is from the so-called Kuwait state. Look what he's doing. No one even said, return back home, boy. No one. But in Iraq, they always say, Sharqawi. That's why they're angry. The man, Saddam Hussein, said, I don't want you to torture the children. Oh, fine. with slapping yourself with a lot of blood and taking the children and bringing small knives and putting it, and then I have put some videos to the heads and of the babies and the children. Saddam said, if you do this, I'll beat you up. And they did it. So he did it. He took them in jails and he started beating them up. They should enjoy it. They are beating themselves. They should enjoy beating. This is the lie of the Western people. 11 September, the inside job. Since what's happened in Afghanistan and after. Russian, of course, taking advantage that time, and now with the so-called Shia occupying the Persian, occupying Balochistan and Khuzestan, Kurdistan, and attacking Iraq and attacking Syria and attacking Yemen. People are angry. Why the Saudi government sent their army, National Guard, to Bahrain? Bahrain is like Chatham Hill of Manchester in England. People are revolting. They want their own independence. And everyone is angry with them. No. The National Guard did agree. I have faced a lot of problem from so-called Shiite who know it, that they are not from there. But they say, like the guys, and the so-called Christian and others, you don't eat cow, you have the right to remain in India, even if you're originally outside the map of India. Exactly. Now, the so-called Christian, it's our God Christ. The Holy Land is ours. First Crusade. Now, they are Jews. If you're a Jew, you belong to the Holy Land. No, Goy are not Jew. I am not Israeli. I am white Jew. Yeah, I go there. Holy Land. This is, we're dealing with freakness. Mamsukhin. Qiradatan khanazir. Descendant. And the institution and ancestor, the monkeys and pigs. Allah do not lie in his Quran. Of course, you're angry, pissing on the Quran, doing you for burning it. Get ready for the punishment. I mean, you start saying to the so-called Christian, you are Western. It's not yours. Look at that French leader coming and saying, hey, we're back, Salahuddin. It's not yours, and you have nothing to do with the Messiah, son of Virgin Mary. You worship the devil and Antichrist. And the Romans spread their ideology and principles by the sword, even before Constantine. This is rubbish. Christian Holy Land is ours. Father the devil and his son the Antichrist and the ghost of the Taghut. Each one of you have his own Antichrist. Shh, Taghut, shut up. You will be killed. God have gave us instruction to do this to the people of Andalusia and Spain. No, the devil. The devil. Muhammad way, Islamic way. No heaven. Except by Muhammad. End time prophecies. The final message. End time prophet. You don't like it? Be a good atheist. Give me my right. Come on, man. Or come on, bitch. Or come on, faggot. Whatever. Do not delete my video. Please, please. I'm tired. Please. The so-called Shia, the same. All what you need to do, falafin, is to be loyal to the family of Muhammad. And once you are loyal to the family of Muhammad, Shiite, family of Muhammad owns the heaven and owns the soil and owns you and owns the devil and owns heaven and owns hellfire and they owns Allah the God and they owns the Messiah. So you take everything, even for those who are against it, especially those who are really following the steps of Messenger, the really godly people, the really Christian, the real Muslim Muhammadian. They are nawasib. Kill them. They are not good. Even if they are Ishmaelian descended in the Arabian Peninsula, it's their native soil. No, because they are not loyal to the family of Muhammad. And guess what? For the family of Muhammad, based on the so-called Shiite, are not descended from the family of Muhammad. They are originally from India, low life, and from Persia. That they have the Black Knight. The Black Knight is wonderful. I gave some visit to Qatif, but I didn't do anything bad. But now, they have sex, and the children are blessed, descended. A lot of family got nothing to do with the family of Muhammad. These people in Iraq and Iran, I am Husseini. I am from Hussein. He is not. He just proclaimed and convince the other. And the so-called Shiite, starting from those in Middle East, they are the family of Muhammad. The crab of the devil is showing us his face in different ways. I want Mr. Hassan Mahdi, a wonderful British-American person working for Al Jazeera right now. You, former BBC journalist. You are the best, you're wonderful. Tell those people that they belong there, outside, starting from those who are originally from Asia, Africa, Turkey, whatever. Tell them, go away. We're a human being. Yeah, my friend. I'm a human being. I have rights. Come on, man. What is this? I think I have explained enough. Enough. I have explained about this hours and hours before, and the video was deleted. Ask Mr. Abdul Hamid Dashti, who is absolutely giving support to the Syrian dictator occupational regime, who do not represent the majority natives of Syria. And he's against the Bahraini government. And why the Bahraini government? Because the Bahraini government, representing Al-Khalifa, who are natives, do not want to give the country for intruders who are originally from Asia, mainly, coming and lying about the history. And he's doing a corrupted contradiction between Bahrain and Syria. Look what the Syrians are doing. Look at the militia coming from outside, and say the truth about yourselves. And he's supporting the Belgian so-called Shiite. The same story since 2004, 5, and I am dealing with it in Jubail Industrial College, and the companies, and the MAM, and Jubail. This is rubbish. Again, please, please, please. I'm sorry for George Floyd. I'm sorry. I mean, he's tortured. Everyone is tortured in another way. But of course, he died in... when I said... from Africa, there is a good people who are originally from Africa living in the Arabian Peninsula. Wonderful people, and I like a lot of them. And there is a friends of mine, wallahi, wonderful African. They are, even their Islam is more higher than me. May Allah grant us all peace. So I don't mean it. So please, please, Mr. Abbas, Safwan, please, please, Abdul Hamid Dashti, and please, please, Mr. Ahmed Al-Musheikhs, and please, please, Mr. Yasser Habib, say the truth about yourselves. Tell the world that you are not from there. Don't lie about the history. Grant the majority and the natives of the Arabian Peninsula their rights. Please, please, we want peace. Don't help the agent. Don't scream it's unjust what's happening to you, though you are the biggest creator of unjust against the majority natives. Please, please. Oh, England. Surely love you, England, huh? The West. Please don't delete my video. 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 Please, please. Please, please, we want peace. Peace.